Hi guys, it's Daniel here again. In this video I want to go over how my 90-day dopamine fast went. So if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that about 6 months ago I started a 90-day dopamine fast. So with that dopamine fast, I basically cut out all forms of social media. I cut out gaming and I really limited my laptop and my phone use. So that's what I did for my dopamine fast, and the reason why I did this was because I was clearly addicted to those things, in particular scrolling on social media, but also I was starting to overtrade. That's another thing I cut out. I cut out all trading for 90 days as well. So trading is one of my main sources of income. It's secondary to my business, but it is still one of my main sources of income. And I cut that out for 90 days because I could see that my trading performance was starting to drop. And I was starting to check the prices too often for my active trades. And I was starting to overtrade a little bit, so taking trades that I wouldn't normally take. So that's the reason why I did the 90-day dopamine fast. Now, in terms of the results, I think my last update I was on like day 40 or something like that. And then I didn't really provide another update because I haven't made any videos for a while. So in terms of the update, so I did complete the 90 days, but I didn't really stop at the 90-day mark. So kind of I just kept going because it didn't feel like I needed to go back into the previous activities I was already doing before that. I did start trading again because, of course, that's a source of income for me, and I did need to start trading again. But in terms of the other detrimental sources of dopamine, like scrolling on social media and playing video games, I didn't add those back in. But now that it's reached kind of the 6-month mark, those kind of activities have started to come back in slowly now. So I've started to play a little bit of video games again. I haven't really started to scroll much, perhaps 30 minutes a day on various different platforms, but not really the same platforms I was using before. So before the dopamine fast, I was mainly using YouTube, Twitter, and a bit of TikTok. And I was spending like hours and hours a day on those platforms previously before the dopamine fast. So now at the moment, like all social media platforms combined, I might be spending 30 minutes a day. So like it has crept back in a little bit because I don't have the restrictions on myself anymore. Like I'm not forcing myself to do 0 of those activities anymore. I'm just trying to see if they kind of creep back to the addiction level that they were at before. I do think they are starting to creep back into an addiction level, and I do think that if I don't do another dopamine fast anytime soon, I do think perhaps in a month or two that I might be back to burning like multiple hours per day on these activities. So I do think perhaps that in the next month or so I might need to do kind of like a bit of an additional dopamine fast, like maybe not another 90-day dopamine fast, but perhaps another 30-day dopamine fast to kind of cement the gains that I got from the 90-day dopamine fast. So that's something I'm thinking about. I might start a 30-day dopamine fast soon just to really cement those gains. And in terms of the benefits that I saw, so one of the biggest benefits that I saw was with my business. So in the 6 months since I started that dopamine fast, my business income has increased by almost 25%. So, and that's simply because I have been putting a lot more focus into my business because I didn't have the other sources of entertainment that I used to have. So by taking out watching YouTube videos and scrolling Twitter and watching TikTok and playing video games, by taking all that out, I had to find healthy alternative sources of entertainment. And one of those was just expanding my business. And yeah, increasing my total profit by 25% in just 6 months is actually pretty good. Like I've only really thought about it today, but actually that's like a really good result. And it definitely wouldn't have happened if I didn't do that dopamine fast. Like perhaps I might have increased it a little bit, maybe 10% or something. Like I might have done something to increase my business revenue, but really it hasn't been a focus for a while. My main focus for a while has been on trading and still just increasing my intelligence. Those have been my main focuses. And the business profit that I make has really been on the back burner. It's just been like not really passive income because I still work about 10 hours per week on the business, but it's kind of felt similar to passive income. So I haven't really put much focus into it. But yeah, over the last 6 months, increasing business profit by 25% is a really good result. And I think it's almost entirely due to the dopamine fast. So I'm definitely giving the dopamine fast credit for that. And yeah, even if that was the only benefit I got, I think that's definitely worthwhile doing the 90-day dopamine fast. Another benefit I got was getting back into a proper gym membership. So for about 4 years, I was just using like the building gym because I've been living in the CBD for 4 or 5 years now. So for 4 years, I was just using whatever gym they had in the building, which wasn't very good. Like the equipment wasn't very good. And because of that, I lost a fair bit of my strength. But during this dopamine fast, I finally had the motivation and the urge to get a new proper gym membership and to really start training again. And since I got that gym membership again, it's only been like 3 or 4 months that I've had the new gym membership again, but I've increased my strength by like 15% from what it was when I first got the membership like 3 months ago. So again, that's a pretty good result because that's 15% more strength that I wouldn't have had if I didn't do the dopamine fast, because I'm pretty sure if I didn't do the dopamine fast, I wouldn't have had the motivation or the urge to get a proper gym membership again. I still would have just kept using the same old building gym and not been that frequent with my training, and I simply just wouldn't have seen the strength gains. I would have just maintained the lower level of strength that I had before. So that's another good benefit that I got from the dopamine fast. And I guess the other benefit is in my trading results. So I don't have enough data to really know 100% for sure that my trading is a lot better, because to really know that for sure, I need like hundreds and hundreds of trades or perhaps thousands of trades worth of results to really know for sure that my trading is better. But at the moment, it seems like my trading is significantly better since I did the 90-day dopamine fast. But again, like I don't know for sure. I will know probably for sure like at the end of this year when I've got maybe 1,000 more trades worth of data and I can really compare those thousand trades to the previous trades I was doing before the dopamine fast. But yeah, at the moment it seems very promising because during this period, this 6-month period, I have completely changed my trading strategy. Basically, it's completely different to how I was trading before, for even like multiple years before. Like it's completely different. It seems a lot more consistent. It seems a lot more profitable, and it seems a lot more like emotionally manageable as well, which is a big thing for trading, because trading is one of those activities that can really hurt your dopamine receptors. It can really force you into like a dopamine addicted state. So to have a new trading system that is a lot more manageable and a lot easier, like a lot easier on me psychologically, is a huge benefit as well. But yeah, to really know the benefits for sure, I really just need a lot more data. So if I do achieve my trading goal of making $1 million this year from trading, then it will be 100% due to the 90-day dopamine fast. But yeah, at the moment, we'll just wait and see if that actually does play out. I do think it definitely will play out. Not definitely, but likely will happen this year. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So overall, pretty good results, I think, from the 90-day dopamine fast. Like I've achieved a lot of things that I don't think I would have achieved if I didn't do the 90-day dopamine fast. But I don't think the results are permanent. I can feel them starting to fade now, because I haven't been strict on it for a couple of months now. Like I was very strict for the first 90 days because that's what I want to achieve. I want to achieve a 90-day pure dopamine fast. So I was very strict for the first 90 days. And then after that, I was kind of half strict. So I kind of allowed myself to dabble in the same old activities just to see what would happen. Would I become addicted again? But it does feel like I am slowly starting to get addicted to those activities again, I think. So yeah, I might do another 30-day dopamine fast to really cement the gains that I got from the original 90-day dopamine fast. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you have any comments or questions, just leave a comment down below, and make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, guys.